But all right, let's get back into the game. All right, Baylor versus Cincinnati. Very interesting game between both teams. I like Cincinnati, what they've been doing this year. They got a star quarterback in Brendan Sorsby, who's been balling. Name nobody's talking about. But similar to Gunnar Stockton, very underrated. This makes the plays elite. 18 touchdowns this year, 1,732 yards passing. He's been one of the reasons why the Cincinnati team is in that conversation. Obviously, to make a Big 12 championship. Only loss this year was to Nebraska. Now it looks worse now because Nebraska got the crap beat out of them to Minnesota. Last week 24-6 on the road. But you have a pretty good football team if you're Cincinnati, right? A good defense that's very underrated in my humble opinion. One of the better players in Jake Galladay, who I think will be an All Big 12 selection this year on the defensive side of the ball. He's dominating. 3 sacks, 61 tackles. He's been elite this year, right? But how do you slow down a prolific offense, right? Now, Sawyer Robertson was one of everybody's top quarterbacks going into this year. And I get it. He could throw that ball, right? But he's a little turnover prone too. 7 interceptions this year, right? But he's a guy, he's going to keep on coming, right? He's going to keep on coming and keep on coming, right? And they have a balanced attack, right? They can air the ball out and they can also run the ball with Washington, right? They have a little bit of everything, on that team. So that's what makes Baylor potent and Baylor a really good football program. But at the same time, it's like SMU. I'm not worried about the defense. Give up too many big plays, right? That's the big key in this game. Can you stop? Can you slow down the big plays? I'm not sure, right? That's my concern. And also along with that, can you get after Sorsby if you're Baylor, right? Can you force some mistakes? You know what I'm saying? Can you force some turnovers? I'm not sure. I think this game has big plays written all over it. I think you see both teams air the ball out. You know what I'm saying? But I think you see Cincinnati make plays late in this one to slow them down, right? So for that reason, I think they score 30 points in this game. I think they limit, surprisingly, a really good Baylor offense to just 15 points in this one. Slow down the run, force a couple turnovers, obviously, against Sawyer Robertson, and win this one 30-15, obviously, over Baylor. And I think you see them get one step closer, obviously, to that conversation, which sets up a big bout next week, I believe it is, Texas Tech and BYU, right? I think Cincinnati handles business at home. Sorsby has another big game and continues to quietly creep into that Heisman conversation.